Hi. So, this is day 2, where I got my coffee today from Breaking New Grounds back in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I looked on New Hampshire magazine. They said it was one of the best coffee places in the state, let alone in the actual town of Portsmouth. It was good. It was good coffee. That was a nice place. I forgot to ask the cashier if she had a favorite joke, but I passed a sign that had a joke on it for a different coffee shop, so I think it counts. I'll write it down later. The plan for today is I'm gonna go to the first stop from the Atlas Obscura, first 2 stops, because I was mostly seeing my friend yesterday, and then also the open mic, which went well. But the first stop is I'm gonna go see. It's kind of a ritualistic type day where I want to see. There's a town where they filmed part of Jumanji, the film, not the board game, and they decorated the building that Robin Williams' family, the shoe factory that his family owns in the movie, and then after his death, it's become like a shrine to Robin Williams. So I feel like Jumanji was a big part of my childhood. It's a good movie. The Plants and Spiders absolutely scared the shit out of me. Pardon my French. But that was a very classic, like, 80s, 90s children's film trope where it was just unnecessarily terrifying to its intended audience. But Robin Williams was good in it, and he was funny. Huge influence on probably everyone, especially since I started doing improv before I was doing stand-up. And I think it'll just be nice to kind of pay my respects and get some, to the comedians that came before me. Do that. Good way to start the trip. And then after that, I'm going to climb a mountain. Mount Manadnock. And I believe it's in Jaffrey, New Hampshire. I could be wrong about that. I'll check. But it's supposedly one of the easiest mountains to climb, and I've never climbed a mountain, so that would be good. If I could do that, maybe I could do anything. I'll download the theme from Rocky. It'll be great. So that's my plan for at least thus far. I'll probably turn the camera around, get some good. Right now I'm driving over Great Bay, or actually it's Little Bay, which turns into Great Bay, but it's just beautiful. On the radio right now, alphabetically, we're on Aerial Ballet by Harry Nilsson, who is one of my favorite artists of all time, because he had a great voice, but just a huge self-destructive streak. He was like a big fan of the Beatles, and they loved him, so he was able to keep making records, even though he never toured, just because the Beatles threatened to pull out of their contract if the record company didn't give Harry some money, which is awesome. But he was like a pioneer of overdubbing his own voice, because it was just harder to do in the 60s when there wasn't a lot of tracks on recording equipment, and he could just harmonize with himself. It was awesome. So he had this like beautiful voice, and then he had this really successful record called Nielsen Schmielsen, which probably, if you've heard of the new Wilco album, Wilco Schmilko, direct reference there. But then and it was a big success. He won Grammys for it. Then he followed it up with Son of Schmielsen, which the first track had the line, "I sang my balls off for you, baby." And then the third song was "You're Breaking My Heart, Tear Me Apart, So Fuck You," which you just weren't supposed to say in the 70s, and that's what he gave them as a single. When the record company asked him for a single, they told him he couldn't do it. So he's definitely a precursor to nice-voiced wise asses like if you're a fan of Father John Misty, or even, I think, to some extent, Ween from the 90s. Father John Misty, I was thinking of him today, too, because I drove by Chuck E. Cheese, and Chuck E. Cheese has recently discontinued their animatronic bands, probably because they were horrifying. But Father John Misty wrote an open letter of tribute to Chuck E. Cheese as like a musical influence. I'd recommend reading it. It's pretty funny. Alright, I'll shut up for a bit. So I just drove by a sign that said Shaker-inspired furniture, which I'm not sure if that's a commonly known historical anecdote, but the Shakers were a religious group that were very popular in like early New England and had a kind of surge around the 1800s, if I'm right, which who knows. But they were it was one of my favorite stories from when I took American history in high school. Just the way the teacher said it was that the Shakers, unlike most, I would say, religious groups, didn't even believe in sex for procreation, and that's why there are no more Shakers. But they made excellent furniture. So that's your historical anecdote for today. Or there'll probably be more. Geez, I'm full of useless information. Stunning, and have been this whole way. This is the Franklin Pierce Highway cutting west through New Hampshire. The whole road's been like this. So we're on our way to Mount Manadnock. This is a really cool mountain road. It's been a lot of ups and downs, kind of wild, really pretty. Just got out of Keene, New Hampshire, which was a really nice town. Very nice people at all the places I stopped. I went to, I put a flower at the parish shoe sign from Jumanji. Paid my respects. Kind of bittersweet, but it was really cool to see it. It really is, it looks still like just right out of the movie. Then I had one of the best coffees I've had anywhere at the Prime Roast in Keene, New Hampshire. Is Irish cream. It's delicious. And then I went to, there was just a little market / souvenir shop, so I picked up some postcards and bought a New Hampshire locally brewed beer, which, I mean, obviously, I will wait until after I'm driven up a mountain. This isn't you should never drive drunk, but you really shouldn't drive up a mountain. Something cool I saw in the store that I'd never seen anywhere else before was it's called fire cider. It's like apple cider mixed with vinegar and honey and all these locally sourced spices. I didn't buy any because it was, I think you're supposed to take it like a tonic, not like drink it like apple cider. And it was it was like a little expensive for my taste. But if I see it again at a different price, maybe I'll pick it up. It'll be something to look out for, some New Hampshire local flavor. You can see the mountain now. Wow. Alright, so about 2 hours later, I got about halfway up the mountain, so I guess I can't do anything, but I can do okay. It's good to know your own limitations, I suppose. Yeah, man, it was a really nice mountain. I say that like I've been up a lot of mountains, but it was fun. It was a good experience. It was like pretty level, and then all of a sudden it got steep and rocky, and boy did I find out that I am out of shape. I got what I believe Kramer refers to as the ghibli legs. So I took a little breather, and then I came down with my tail between my legs, so to speak, proverbial. And now I'm off to Lowell, Mass. Well, first I'm gonna buy some gas, and then I'm off to Lowell, Mass. to see a paid comedy show. So it's not gonna be open mic. I won't be performing, but hopefully I'll see some people from New Hampshire that are performing. The host is a big guy in the New Hampshire comedy scene, at least according to his own website. So maybe I'll try to interview him with any luck. Alright.